the installation of Dr. Debra Saunders-White as the 11th Chancellor of North Carolina Central University will now begin. The processional. be seated. Please take a moment to look around the McDougald-McLendon Gymnasium and notice where the exit signs are located. Restrooms are located on the floor level at the back of the gymnasium and upstairs on either side of the main entrance. Emergency personnel are on duty at the rear of the platform to assist you should the need arise. Please be sure to turn off all cellular phones, pagers, iPods, or any other professional digital assistance. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the President of the University of North Carolina System, Thomas W. Ross.
Good morning. It is a joy and a great personal privilege to preside over the installation of Debra Saunders-White as the 11th Chancellor of North Carolina Central University, a renowned institution that sits in the heralded city of medicine and within the region known around the world for its advances in science and technology. Would you please join me in thanking the North Carolina Central University Symphonic Band under the direction of Joram Reed for the processional music. In 1910, the opening of the National Training School in Chautauqua for the colored race made history. Dr. James E. Shepard, a local pharmacist and distinguished religious scholar, opened the doors to the school that is now known as North Carolina Central University. Considered a visionary leader and active community servant, Dr. Shepard was determined that young students of color be given an opportunity to receive a college education. Now, more than 103 years later, North Carolina Central University is the nation's oldest historically black public liberal arts institution, and it continues to produce scholars who make indelible contributions to our society. Great leaders like the late Julius Chambers, who also served as chancellor of his beloved alma mater. This institution's nearly 30,000 alumni and 8,100 students represent cities throughout North Carolina, from large metropolitan areas in Mecklenburg County to small crossroads in Washington County and throughout our state. While we take tremendous pride in this institution's past, we've come together today to acknowledge North Carolina Central University's enormous potential under Dr. Saunders-White's leadership, to help shape this region's future and to contribute even more to its economic growth and vitality. There is not a doubt in my mind that Debra Saunders-White is the right person to lead North Carolina Central University today and in the years ahead. We are delighted that many members of Chancellor Saunders-White's family are here to share this special day with her. In particular, I want to recognize her daughter, Elizabeth Page White, who is here. Stand if you would. And her son, Cecil III. Cecil. And her mother, Irene Saunders. Her brothers, Ralph, Roger, and Kyle, and their spouses, and a host of nieces, nephews, and cousins are all here as well. We also have many other distinguished guests here today with us, and I want to take a few minutes to introduce some of them to you. Many governing bodies that lend support and stature to our public university are represented here today, and I ask that they please stand and remain standing when introduced. Please hold your applause until all have been recognized. Will all federal, state, and local elected officials please stand? Will all members of the UNC Board of Governors please stand? Will former North Carolina Central University chancellors, members of the NCCU Board of Trustees, and the Foundation Board please stand? Will chancellors and representatives from sister institutions in the University of North Carolina system please stand? Will presidents and representatives from other institutions of higher education in North Carolina and beyond, as well as delegates from the learned societies, other educators, and individuals representing professional and service organizations, please stand. Thank you all for being with us today. The Reverend Raymond J. Donaldson, pastor of the Holy Cross Catholic Church in Durham, where Chancellor Saunders-White is a member, will now deliver our invocation. We will then enjoy a musical selection by students from the W.G. Pearson Elementary School, followed by a special tribute to the Chancellor delivered by Emery and Jada Fletcher.
Let us bow our heads. Almighty and eternal God, you have revealed your glory to all nations. God of power and might, wisdom and justice, through you, authority is rightly administered, policies are decided, and decisions are implemented. Assist with your spirit of counsel and fortitude Dr. Debra Saunders-White, the new Chancellor of North Carolina Central University, that her administration may be one of teaching and service, of love, justice, and peace. Give her a strong sense of mission, that her work and the work of this university may be that light to all the world that continues the revelation of your glory. Bless Dr. Saunders-White. Bless her family and friends, all those whose love has made her presence here possible and has been the surest sign of your providential love for her. Almighty God, we thank you and we praise you. And let all the people say, Amen.
did the right thing, clapping again. What a great tribute. Thank you. Chancellor, all of us who love and support North Carolina Central University wish you the greatest success as you lead this institution in the years ahead. And there are a number of people here who wish to bring greetings to you on this very special day. Among them are community and university leaders, colleagues, students, and alumni. But before we hear from those individuals, I wish to repeat words delivered on the floor of the United States House of Representatives by Congressman G.K. Butterfield. Mr. Speaker, I rise to congratulate my dear friend, Dr. Debra Saunders-White, on her installation as the 11th Chancellor of North Carolina Central University. Dr. Saunders-White will be formally installed as Chancellor on April 4, 2014, and will become the first female to hold that post at NCCU. Great leaders motivate others to reach their full potential and show others through their actions that they can make a difference. Dr. Saunders-White is a great leader who will lead current and future generations of NCCU Eagles by motivating them through her leadership, her words, and her actions. Like many students at NCCU, she is a first-generation college graduate. Her mother grew up a sharecropper in North Carolina while her father was a car salesman. Dr. Saunders-White's journey to become a leader of a world-class research university will show students what is possible through lifelong commitment to bettering the lives of others. As institutions of higher learning like NCCU face pressure to do more with less, we increasingly rely upon strong leaders with innovative perspectives to shape the future of education. Dr. Saunders-White brings valuable business experience, administrative knowledge from outstanding institutions like Hampton University and the University of North Carolina at Wilmington, and a comprehensive understanding of higher education from serving as Deputy Assistant Secretary of the U.S. Department of Education. Those experiences will enable NCCU to become more connected to the Durham community, the state, and our global economy. Her vision of leveraging resources, preparing students for an ever-changing world, and guiding NCCU to the forefront of affordable and quality academics will position the university to excel for the years to come. Dr. Saunders-White understands that quality higher education has never been as important to succeeding in a global economy as it is for today and tomorrow's young minds. I congratulate Dr. Saunders-White on her installation. NCCU is blessed to have such an experienced, innovative, and inspirational leader as its 11th Chancellor. Thank you very much, Congressman G.K. Butterfield. Our first slate of speakers begins with Michael Page, Chairman of the Durham County Commissioners. He will be followed by Mayor Bill Bell, representing the City of Durham. Next is Peter Hans, Chairman of the UNC Board of Governors, who will be followed by Dwight Perry, Chairman of the NCCU Board of Trustees. We'll begin with Chairman Page.
President Ross, Dr. Saunders-White, the family of Dr. Saunders-White, distinguished guests, students, faculty, staff, alumni, and friends, I bid you good morning and welcome. On behalf of the Durham County Board of Commissioners, it is my honor to join you today for this most prestigious occasion, the formal installation of this great university's 11th Chancellor, Dr. Debra Saunders-White. I take this opportunity to formally welcome you to this magnificent campus and indeed to our awesome community. Let me congratulate our Board of Trustees and our UNC Board of Governors for their outstanding selection of Dr. Saunders-White as our new leader. We also celebrate the fact that she is our university's first female permanent leader, an awesome milestone indeed. I am sure all of us that are gathered here today are tremendously excited and proud that our beloved institution was able to recruit such a brilliant, insightful, and energetic leader for this coveted position. She brings a wealth of skills and experiences to this assignment, thanks to her successful background in corporate America, education, the federal government, and academia. In just a short time since your arrival last June, Dr. Saunders-White, you have already made your mark on this vibrant educational institution with your new creative initiatives, particularly Eagle Excellence, and for your passionate mission to take North Carolina Central University to the next level of excellence. You have created a new culture, a new level of energy, and a focus like none other that's simply a breath of fresh air. Finally, Dr. Saunders-White, I also must tell you that Durham County government has always enjoyed a close relationship with this great university. And with you at the helm, I expect more opportunities to preserve and to expand this mutually beneficial partnership over many years. Know that we stand ready to work with you as you move this university forward on a path of continued excellence and unparalleled success. We simply can't wait to see how high our NCCU Eagles will fly with your direction and your steady hand. Congratulations on this day. Enjoy all of the festivities throughout the rest of the weekend, and know that we at Durham County Government wish you the best. Thank you, and God bless.
President Thomas Ross, Chancellor Saunders-White, Chairman Peter Harns, Chairman Dwight Perry, the other platform guests, members of the Saunders-White family, and all of you in attendance this morning, good morning. It is an honor to have the opportunity to serve as the mayor of the city of Durham, and it is an esteemed honor to bring greetings today as we celebrate a seminal installation of Debra Saunders-White. Now, when I first had an opportunity to meet the Chancellor, she said, "Mayor," I said, "Don't call me Mayor, I'm Bill." She said, "If you let me call you Bill, you can call me Debra." So again, I'll say Debra Saunders-White, this is your day. I'd also like to welcome my fellow elected officials that are here also. And as many of you know, Dr. Saunders-White is the first woman appointed to the permanent position of Chancellor of NCU and the second female chancellor to serve at any university of North Carolina's system's 5 historically black universities. Now, we're going to hear that over and over again about Debra being the first chancellor, female chancellor at NCCU. And every time I hear that, I'm going to applaud, and I want you to applaud. As has been stated, she actually began her duties June the 1st, 2013. And I have witnessed this lady really immerse herself in the city and county of Durham. She has done very incredible accomplishments, and Commissioner Page cited a lot of that. And I know that's just the tip of the iceberg for the great things that are coming to NCCU, not the least of which is the fact that we have our MEAC basketball champions here at NCCU during her time. Now, this has been a fun-filled week of activities leading up to this moment, and I believe the entire community should be proud because the new chancellor has got the vision, the knowledge, and the skills to lead this university forward. Eagle excellence is here to stay, and it's a great day to be in Durham where good things happen. Today is a good thing that's happening in Durham. And I want to thank you again for inviting me to be a part of this very, very important, momentous occasion as we celebrate your installation again and look forward to great things happening at NCCU under your leadership. Thank you.
I bring greetings on behalf of the UNC System Board of Governors. Many of my colleagues are here today to celebrate the installation of Chancellor Debra Saunders-White. And Chancellor, I also bring to you love and support and encouragement. Love for the work that lies ahead, helping young people realize their full potential. Support for the tough times which will surely come, as difficult choices must be made during this period of change in higher education. And encouragement, because we know you are more than up to this task, the mantle of leadership, possessing the ability, the integrity, the courage to take NC Central to the next level with higher expectations for what can be achieved here with you leading the way. So, Chancellor, congratulations. We are all pulling for you to succeed. And I believe the Eagles are going to soar. Thank you.
To President Ross, members of the Board of Governors, Chancellor Saunders-White, invited guests, fellow trustees, students, faculty, staff, alumni, and all other friends of North Carolina Central University, good morning. On behalf of the Board of Trustees, it is my distinct pleasure to welcome each of you here today on this historic occasion, the installation of the 11th Chancellor of North Carolina Central University, Dr. Debra Saunders-White. This day marks a significant stage in the continuing advancement of truth and service at North Carolina Central University. Even a cursory review of our history reveals that from our founding, this institution of higher education has sought to provide academic opportunities of the highest caliber. Our presidents and chancellors through the years have enthusiastically led a committed and a capable faculty to assure a positive progression of academic endeavor. Today, we mark the continuance of this progression. In September 2012, President Ross presented the Board of Trustees with the charge of recommending the candidates for NCCU chancellorship. He stated that the chancellor should be a visionary leader who could continue to strategically position the university and its signature programs for greater success, and that the selected candidate should have demonstrated the ability to develop partnerships with the business community. Hearing that charge, the Board of Trustees developed a leadership statement that provided a clear overview of the position, responsibilities, expertise, qualifications, personal characteristics, and attributes for the position of Chancellor. We sought to identify individuals who possessed a keen understanding and appreciation for the challenges and successes of historically black colleges and universities, who was a forward-thinking chief executive, who had demonstrated the ability to forge strategic public and private partnerships, and who could build on the institution's rich legacy of producing leaders in the fields of education, law, the sciences, healthcare, business, and the arts. A dedicated search process by a search committee led by Trustee Harold T. Epps and with the assistance of Trustee Avon Ruffin, and which included students, faculty, other citizens, and board members ensued. This process has culminated on February 8th, 2013, when the University of North Carolina Board of Governors named Dr. Debra Saunders-White as the 11th Chancellor, and yes, Mayor, the first permanent female Chancellor of North Carolina Central University. When this action was taken, I believe the vision of leadership for North Carolina Central University that had been formulated by President Ross and the Board of Trustees was realized. Already, the excellent match of Chancellor Saunders-White's character, experience, and expertise, and the needs of our beloved NCCU has been evident. Thus, with eagle pride, we embrace you, not only as participants in this installation ceremony, but as partners in the continuing advancement of North Carolina Central University. Welcome.
The University Choir will now sing Lift Every Voice and Sing under the direction of Elvira Green, Professor of Music.
Chancellor Debra Saunders-White, the North Carolina Central University Choir is joined by the North Carolina Central University Alumni Choir to sing Roland Carter's arrangement of Lift Every Voice and Sing.
My script says, thanks to the university choir for that wonderful performance. That doesn't seem like enough, does it? So let's thank them. Over the course of her career, Chancellor Saunders-White has forged many diverse and meaningful relationships. Several of the individuals who have been important in her life are here today to celebrate with her and share their insights and best wishes. First, we will hear from Dr. William R. Harvey, president of Hampton University in Virginia. He will be followed by the Chancellor's brother, Ralph Saunders, principal of the Bethel High School in Hampton, Virginia. We will then hear a musical selection from Dr. Ira Wiggins, Director of Jazz Studies, and Grover Wilson, Professor of Music, who will play Precious Lord. Followed by their performance, we will receive greetings from the university community. Representing the students will be Stephen Weathers, President of the Student Government Association. Representing the administration, Dr. Johnson Akinleye, Professor and Vice Chancellor for Academic Affairs. Representing the faculty is Dr. Harvey McMurray, Chairman of the Faculty Senate. Representing the staff, Janet Bunch, Chairwoman of the Staff Senate. And representing the alumni, Tanya Davis, President of the NCCU National Alumni Association. We begin with President Harvey.
Good morning to President Ross, Chairman Perry, Chairman and member of the board, students, faculty, alumni, delegates, family and friends, guests, and Chancellor Debra Saunders-White. I bring you greetings from Hampton University and gladly share with you my pleasure at being here this morning. This event and this weekend's activities recognize a remarkable human being, and they mark an important occasion in the history of this institution and the lives of individuals. I want you to know that I am proud to be a part of this celebration. But perhaps more importantly, I want you to know that I am proud of Dr. White, not just for the heights she has reached in her professional and personal life, but for the accomplished and impressive path she journeyed in order to arrive at this point. Allow me to tell you some of what, she said not everything. Allow me to tell you about some of what I know about this remarkable woman, Chancellor Debra Saunders-White. After working with IBM in 1994, I invited Deb White, as we affectionately called her, to become an administrator in higher education by joining the Hampton University family as director of our technology mall. Very quickly, I came to realize her tremendous potential in her determination, focus, vision, intellect, and untiring energy. Her aptitude for high-level contribution and future success were readily apparent. As a result, I later moved her into the roles of assistant to the provost for technology, assistant provost for technology, the vice president for technology, and chief information officer. With each of these transitions and in each position, Deb stepped up to the plate with exemplary energy and exemplary performance. She applied 110% of her abilities at each level of the challenge she met. And with each advancement and increase in responsibility, she sharpened her skills and honed her craft. She never stopped learning, never stopped growing, never shrank in the face of adversity, and never grew too tired to seek more and greater experiences. Out of respect for her academic and technological abilities, as well as her personal qualities, it was my pleasure to write letters of recommendation for her to engage in graduate work at the George Washington University and Virginia Tech. I believed that her studies would enhance her knowledge and take her career to the next level. Fortunately, I was right. I am proud to say that when Dr. White takes on a task, she sees it through to the very end. She was determined to meet the challenge that I presented to her to increase technology at Hampton University. She raised money, encouraged sponsors to provide technological innovations at Hampton. And over a 7-year period, she even convinced me to approve over $14 million in university funds to support technology and her efforts. Now, I want you to know that to get that kind of money out of me was no easy task, then or now. These efforts were instrumental in Hampton being named to the Yahoo Internet Life Most Wired College list. Her example personifies unwavering commitment to excellence, both in her work and in herself. Her career is an example to which any conscientious student of leadership in higher education may look for direction and inspiration. Personally, I believe that Dr. White is a woman of integrity. And that's important to me because in the context of leadership, integrity is the adherence to honor, trust, truthfulness, and approved standards of personal and professional conduct. Standards are important in any discussion of integrity because adhering to a clearly defined and approved set of rules is completely necessary if one is to have an orderly, democratic, and thriving organization and or society. Most profit, nonprofit, governmental, athletic, and other organizations are governed by a set of written and or understood standards of conduct. As examples, the regional and national accrediting bodies promulgate rules to which every institution in the country must comply. In athletics, the NCAA has a set of rules and regulations which all of its members must adhere to in order to remain in good standings with its athletics teams. In institutions or athletics programs, if they do not remain in good standing, they are punished or maybe even dropped from membership. As these two examples illustrate, integrity forces institutions and individuals to conduct themselves in a manner that is consistent with rules, regulations, and acceptable standards of behavior. And without a doubt, integrity should be incorporated into any leader's personal and professional persona. Because Dr. White is a woman of integrity, I am confident that she will make the right decisions at the right time and for the right reasons. Will there be challenges? You bet there will be. Will she overcome these challenges? Absolutely. One challenge that is staring Deb and other HBCU presidents in the face is the fact that many people do not understand the relevancy of HBCUs and why we are such a critical component of the American higher educational system. Many people, black and white, believe that HBCUs are monolith. That's not true. Some of us are extraordinarily good. Some of us are poor. And just like majority colleges, most of us are in the middle. It is a fact, however, that the 105 HBCUs are responsible for producing 23% of all bachelor's degrees, 13% of all master degrees, and 20% of all first professional degrees earned by African Americans annually. It is a fact that 9 of the top 10 colleges that graduate most of the African American students who go on to get PhDs are HBCUs. It is a fact that 50% of the nation's African American public school teachers and 70% of African American dentists and physicians earn degrees at HBCUs. Yet, despite these undisputable facts, there are those who challenge and question the need for HBCUs in today's society. Each and every day, in her role as Chancellor of North Carolina Central University, Dr. White stands up for historically black colleges and universities. And standing up for HBCUs is not always the easiest thing to do, but it is the right thing to do. And I am glad to have her on the HBCU team. When President Barack Obama asked me to chair the President's Advisory Board on HBCUs, Dr. White was a member of the U.S. Office of Education. She worked with me and our board to advance not only higher education, but also HBCUs. And I want to thank her for that. Dr. White is one of 15 of my administrators to be appointed a college or university president or chancellor. She, like the others, exhibit qualities and characteristics that I consider to be essential for effective leadership in the 21st century. The model that I have used for 36 years as president of Hampton University is one that calls for vision, academic excellence, work ethic, good management, fairness, fiscal conservatism, and the 10th, results. And long before her departure from Hampton, Dr. White mastered each component of this Harvey model for academic administrative success. And I am pleased to have had her on my team. I have no doubt that during her year-long tenure at the helm of North Carolina Central University, every member of her administration, faculty, staff, and student body has had the opportunity not only to observe her strengths in this area, but to benefit from them as well. I also do not doubt that as her tenure expands, she too will use her talents in such a terrific way because she has the intelligence, the determination, the focus, the untiring ability, and the persistence to be the perfect university chancellor. Madam Chancellor, Congratulations. I am proud of you. And if I may, I would offer a word to the members of Chancellor White's team, those whom will work most closely with her in the years to come. Rely on Dr. White's keen ability to decide an approach to a goal, a solution to a problem, and her ability to pull together the right group of people to get the job done. She is a team builder. She possesses a truly uncanny ability to match cause with capability, people with problems, and groups with goals. This ability, coupled with the myriad of strengths and talents that she possesses, will allow her to lead the whole of North Carolina Central University to never before realized heights. Under her leadership, this is inevitable. So on behalf of the Hampton University community, Dr. White, I wish you Godspeed. All of us are proud of you, and we look forward to your successes that are yet to be realized. And on behalf of the Hampton University community, I ask you, North Carolina Central University, to take good care of Dr. White. She has a lot to do, and with your help, I am confident that she will do it. So I say to you, let's get on with it.
Good morning. On behalf of the Saunders, White, and Boone families, I welcome you to the installation of my sister, Dr. Debra Saunders-White, Chancellor of North Carolina Central University. Deb, your mother, brothers, children, and extended family are extremely proud of you and this major accomplishment. When you were selected as the new chancellor, I remember reading a newspaper article quoting you as saying, "The stars kind of collided for me when I saw this opportunity emerge." Well, Deb, the stars kind of collided for you when you were in grade school, attending Robert R. Moton Elementary, home of the Eagles. Who knew then that over 40 years later, in the great state of North Carolina, you would continue your journey of Eagle excellence? Growing up in Hampton, Virginia, the stars were colliding for you then as of academic excellence high for your brothers Roger, KP, and me. I remember coming home on report card day, and you would lay your report card nice and neat on the kitchen table with your straight A's. When it was our turn, ours were wrinkled and tattered, and ever present was Roger's famous quote, "I got a bad one this time." You inherited the strong work ethics of our grandparents, Jeter and Virgie Boone. How many times growing up did we hear your last name begins with S and ends with S from Grandpa Saunders? He was instilling in us family pride. We really didn't know what he meant when he would say this to us. Well, I think I finally figured it out. So does success. The stars kind of collided when our parents, Roger Sr. and Irene Saunders, instilled in us as kids the value of importance of family and the belief that we could be and do anything we wanted if we worked hard in school and followed the golden rule of treating people as we would like to be treated. As you develop into the servant leader that you are today, oh, how proud Pop would be to see his jelly bean as the new Chancellor of North Carolina Central University. The stars kind of collided when we both earned our master's degree. I told you that you were too smart to have the same degree as me. You then went back to school to earn your doctorate degree and pursue the multitude of opportunities afforded to you in higher education, leading you here to Durham, North Carolina. North Carolina Central University, home of Eagle Excellence. It is my privilege to welcome you and my duty to inform you that the stars have officially collided and produced your 11th Chancellor, Dr. Debra Saunders-White.
In addition to Mr. Wilson and me, we were introducing our sophomore music major, Debra Townsend.
Good morning. Good morning to the entire university community. I am Stefan Weathers, and yes, President Ross, I will forgive you for that mispronunciation earlier. But seriously, I'm Stefan Weathers, and I serve as the student body president here. And I'm very happy to be here with you today to bring greetings on behalf of all students of the North Carolina Central University. Welcoming a new chancellor to the university is a privilege and an honor, especially due to the historical significance of her appointment to this historically black college. Welcoming this particular chancellor to NCCU is especially gratifying because of her commitment to student success and a strong belief in what we have all deemed as equal excellence. Students who attend NCCU come from diverse backgrounds geographically and bring with them many viewpoints. But we all have one thing in common. We are here because we know that attending this premier, first choice university will bring benefits into our lives now and well into the future. On our campus, these benefits come from many places, from lessons we learn actually inside the classroom, from student organizations, student life programs, outside speakers, community service projects, and internships. They also come from the spirited discussions we sometimes engage in with our friends and acquaintances about issues of importance and relevance at home, here in North Carolina, in the United States, and around the world. We have the ability and the opportunity to gain insight and gather knowledge because we are enrolled in a university that makes student success its priority. And no one speaks more clearly and consistently about that fact than our new chancellor. From her first days on campus, and I mean day one, June 1st, 2013, Chancellor Saunders-White has emphasized that students are her #1 priority. Whether she is promoting equal excellence in academics, advocating for STEM programs and our many other programs throughout the university, or finding new ways to expand student engagement on campus, we know she is doing it all with the needs of all of us in mind, us the students. So it is with much appreciation and great confidence in where our university is headed under her leadership that we offer our warmest wishes to our new chancellor. As students, and eventually as alumni of the greatest institution, I would say, in the world. We know we can move forward secure in the knowledge that future generations of Eagles will also be able to have the chance to soar as we have. Thank you.
I am Johnson Akinlaye, Provost and Vice Chancellor for Academic Affairs at North Carolina Central University. And I bring heartfelt greetings from the university administration to President Ross, Chancellor Debra Saunders-White, Chairman Peter Hines, Chairman Perry, to the members of the Board of Governors, invited guests, fellow administrators, faculty, staff, students, and all who are present here today as friends of North Carolina Central University. This is an important point in our history, marking it as it does the formal installation of our illustrious Chancellor, Dr. Debra Saunders-White. As Provost, I am deeply, deeply committed to the pursuit of academic excellence, and I can imagine no finer leader to inspire, to advance, and lead this premier academic institution than Chancellor Saunders-White. when Chancellor Debra Saunders-White offered me this position, I was delighted to accept it because of my experience, my past experience working with her. Before arriving on this campus, she served, as you've heard, as the Assistant Secretary for the United States Department of Education, overseeing more than 60 university-level programs, including those that directly help disadvantaged students achieve their academic goals. Our Chancellor understands deeply the challenges as well as the opportunities that face higher education today. You've also heard that in earlier years, she served in top leadership positions at Hampton University and also at the University of North Carolina, Wilmington, where I was the Associate Vice Chancellor for academic programs. At UNCW, I worked very closely with our Chancellor to advance the academic agenda of creating cutting-edge, innovative programs and the most powerful learning experience for our students. I am convinced and I am confident that she would do the same here at North Carolina Central University. I can tell you that our new Chancellor, as you've heard, is also tech-savvy, as she is academically gifted. While in Wilmington, she chaired the UNC Systems Chief Information Officer Council, marshaling forces for information technology while gaining valuable insights into our state's higher education system. I admire and I commend our new Chancellor's abilities and knowledge. I believe that everyone here who hasn't yet gotten a chance to know her will do very soon and come to feel the way I feel. You've heard that she's exhibited exemplary energy. I also know no other person who can outwork her or who can outpace her. I challenge you to take a walk with her around the campus. She moves in such a fast pace that you will be hard-pressed to keep up with her. As we know, the future of North Carolina is in the hands of its young people. Dr. Debra Saunders-White believes in the future of our young people, especially those who have the chance to study here at North Carolina Central University. They are indeed in very capable hands. You've also heard that Dr. Saunders-White is a visionary and transformative leader. She is scholarly, yet innovative, respectful of history, while also keeping our eyes on the horizon. While we know the bar set by Chancellor Saunders-White for academic excellence is high, she is the person who will work right by your side, stand with you to ensure that the path to achieving these goals are as smooth as possible. Again, I want to welcome you to North Carolina Central University on this happy day when we honor our past by celebrating the present and the future as we install our new leader. Dr. Chancellor Debra Saunders-White, it is my pleasure to be here with you and to work with you. Thank you so much.
Good morning to Chairman Hans of Board of governors, Chairman Perry, the Board of Trustees, President Thomas Ross, platform guests, Mrs. Saunders and family, students, staff, and faculty. And last but not least, Chancellor Debra Saunders-White. Greetings on behalf of the faculty. If one was to ponder, to ask, what gives time meaning, there is likely to be a range of different answers. But a constant is transformative events. As a servant leader, Chancellor Saunders-White brings a passion in such a transformative spirit wrapped in the cloth of service. Seldom do we see that at NCCU, indeed anywhere. As a servant leader, Chancellor Saunders-White not only embraces shared governance, she insists on it. As a servant leader, she cares about every student, staff, and faculty here at NCCU, uplifting each of us. For example, in our first meeting as chair of the Faculty Senate, I met with Chancellor Saunders-White, and I must admit, I thought I was going to have to do battle to give a presence of the faculty. And I mentioned to her a concern we had as faculty, and that was concerning a faculty development workshop being held on the first day of spring break. And I explained to her why we were actually opposed to it. She thought for a second and immediately said, I will inform my staff that will not happen. And so from the start, she expressed her support of the faculty. The Chancellor asked me if I wanted to fly with the team to San Antonio, and I said, great, I'd get me a free ride to the NCAA. Well, it didn't quite work that way. But being on that plane with her and traveling with her, I can tell you I saw a different side of her. And I tell you, there was such caring, such love and passion for our students, athletes, and staff. Chancellor, never have we seen that. As a servant leader in this time of fiscal challenges, Chancellor Saunders-White completely rejects any talk of surviving. Rather, her focus is thriving as an institution. Hence, we have what her brand for us, Eagle Excellence. I believe that the annals of history will record this to be a transformative time during which Eagles soared to new heights. Chancellor, the faculty stand with you during this transformative period and commend you for your vision, leadership, and support in this our time. I invite all faculty, current and retired, to please stand and salute our transformative our servant leader, Chancellor Saunders-White. If you would please, all faculty stand.
Good morning to President Tom Ross, Board of Governors Chairman Peter Hans, Board of Trustees Chairman Dwight Perry, Chancellor Saunders Debra White, platform participants, faculty, staff, students, alumni, and other invited guests. It is my pleasure and honor to greet and welcome you on behalf of the Staff Senate. I am delighted to be a part of this momentous and wonderful occasion. Members of our staff, along with faculty, students, and others in the extended Eagle family, have celebrated all week with various activities, and it has been a remarkable and unforgettable experience. Today, we celebrate the installation of the first permanent female chancellor at Chancellor Saunders-White is a woman of integrity, compassion, respect, transparency, and most importantly, she is committed to student success. Chancellor Saunders-White has inspired us to strive for eager excellence in performing our daily duties, from maintaining the campus to providing security, answering the telephone, and assisting and serving students. Our Chancellor has shown her support for the Staff Senate by attending our monthly meetings and endorsing our community engagement projects. She also ensures that we are a part of the shared governance of the campus. Now, in return, the staff offers you, Chancellor Saunders-White, our commitment and support in all your efforts on the journey to eager excellence. We are happy that you are a part of the Eagle family, and we are confident that this university will soar higher and higher under your leadership.
To President Ross, Chairman Hans, and the Board of Governors, to Chairman Dr. Perry and the members of the Board of Trustees, to Chancellor Saunders-White, to President Frankie Perry and the directors of the NCCU Foundation, administrators, faculty, staff, students, alumni, to the Shepherd family, special guests, and friends, good morning. The North Carolina Central University Alumni Association extends greetings to all assembled today. We, the sons and daughters of NCCU, are delighted to have you on our campus to experience the sloping hills and verdant green. NCCU is a special place to its graduates and former students, and we're glad you're here. Today's installation marks an historic moment for the institution, and we're here to witness it. To Dr. Debra Saunders-White, officially, welcome to North Carolina Central University. You have hit the ground running, establishing expectations for the university and alumni, and chanting Eagle Excellence, also known as E squared, everywhere you go. There will be ups and downs along this journey as Chancellor, but know that the alumni, and would all alumni please stand at this time? The alumni are here to protect the nest. We look forward to great outcomes and successes from you, and we encourage all, including the communities that surround this campus and the city of Durham, to rally their support behind Dr. Saunders-White and embrace her vision as she leads and takes NCCU to the next level. On behalf of the officers, members, and friends of the North Carolina Central University Alumni Association, we congratulate Dr. Debra Saunders-White on your installation as the 11th Chancellor, and thank you for attending today's ceremony. You are experiencing Eagle Excellence at its best. Have a wonderful day.
For more than 200 years, the state of North Carolina has recognized the importance of higher education in improving the lives and well-being of its citizens. Over that long history, the University of North Carolina has achieved national prominence for the quality of our programs and for the loyalty that binds the people of this state to their public university. Graduates of UNC campuses are widely recognized as leaders, innovators, researchers, and educators. Many give back selflessly to the universities and home communities that first provided them with the opportunity to learn and thrive. North Carolina Central University, which joined the UNC system in 1972, is an integral part of that educational legacy. In founding the school that would later become North Carolina Central University, Dr. Shepherd sought to develop, and I quote, fine character and sound academic training in young African-American men and women who could then be of service to the nation. In 1925, this institution became the nation's first state-supported liberal arts institution for African Americans. Today, NCCU enrolls more than 8,100 students from diverse and varied backgrounds, and it remains a vibrant and vital member of the UNC family. True to Dr. Shepherd's vision, NCCU has produced many thousands of graduates who have gone on to serve our state and our nation. As we turn now to the installation of the 11th Chief Executive Officer of NCCU, we formally welcome a strong, innovative, and visionary leader who is well equipped to carry out this institution's important legacy. In Chancellor Deb Saunders-White, you have gained a dynamic chancellor who has demonstrated a passionate commitment for helping all students succeed academically and reach their full potential. I have high expectations for NCCU under Dr. Saunders-White's leadership, particularly in these challenging times. She needs and deserves your full support as well. Allow me to clarify one point. Dr. Saunders-White, you may have heard, is the first permanent female chancellor. Something of which we're all very proud. But let me be clear. She was selected by the President and the Board of Governors because she is the best person to lead NCCU. In just a few moments, Superior Court Judge Elaine O'Neill Bushvan will administer the oath of office. As Chancellor Saunders-White takes the oath, she will place her hand on a Bible held by her two children and her mother. Following the oath, we will present the university emblems of authority to the Chancellor, including the Chancellor's medallion, which she will wear during academic ceremonies to demonstrate her position of leadership. The medallion features the university seal, as well as the names and installation dates of its 11 chancellors. She also will receive the university mace, which represents the power of her position. The mace bears the image of Dr. Shepard, NCCU's founder, and is inscribed with the motto, Truth and Service. Chancellor Saunders-White, Jelly Bean. You will have the great privilege and responsibility of leading this university in the years ahead. Will you join me at the podium? I also want to ask Judge O'Neill Bushvan, Chairman Perry, Ms. Irene Saunders, Elizabeth Page, and Cecil White to join us at the podium.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning. I invoke God Almighty, the Holy Spirit, and Jesus Christ for my sister this morning. May God carry you. May He give you power. We pray for His grace and mercy over your life and your family. Pray with us, y'all. It's going to be a great journey. You'll bring the Bible. Do you, Debra Saunders-White, solemnly swear that you will support and maintain the Constitution and laws of the United States? And do you solemnly and sincerely swear that you will be faithful and bear true allegiance to the state of North Carolina and to the constitutional powers and authorities which are or may be established for the government thereof, and that you will endeavor to support, maintain, and defend the Constitution of said state, not inconsistent with the Constitution of the United States, and in entering upon the responsibilities of the office of Chancellor of North Carolina Central University, do you undertake to fulfill its duties to the best of your abilities without fear or favor, to cherish and encourage sound scholarship and the search for truth, and to dedicate all the powers of North Carolina Central University to the intellectual, moral, and physical training of youth, and to the development of a moral and enlightened citizenship? Do you further promise to dedicate this university to impartial and sympathetic service to all the people of North Carolina? Further, do you swear that you will truly execute the duties of the office of Chancellor of North Carolina Central University to the best of your knowledge, skill, and ability? So help you God. Amen. Amen. Amen.
Chancellor Saunders-White, under your leadership, North Carolina Central University will soar to even greater heights as you keep student success a top priority. You're supported by a team of strong administrators, talented faculty, dedicated staff, and passionate alumni who will work with you to see that this institution thrives as a leader in educating and producing scholars and talent for North Carolina. Friends of North Carolina Central University, it is now my great pleasure and high honor to present to you the 11th Chief Executive Officer of North Carolina Central University, Dr. Debra Saunders-White.
North Carolina Central University. Good morning. This illustrious place of academic excellence, you are the gateway to opportunity. We this morning are building upon a foundation laid 103 years ago by Dr. James E. Shepherd, a scholar, a pharmacist, who had a prescription to cure the ills that ailed the African American community, for he had the wisdom to create the National Religious Training School and Chautauqua for the colored race. It is his vision that we celebrate today, for this place that we now call North Carolina Central University would not have been if he didn't have the courage, the fortitude to fight forward. Now, I have to tell you, this week has been a busy one, but this is a week where we showcased really Eagle excellence. We saw the talents of our students academically and culturally, our award-winning researchers, the brilliant teaching of our faculty, the launch of a speaker series, the opening of a food pantry. It has been a wonderful week. But let me reflect upon how we started. We started with an interfaith ceremony right here on Sunday. What a powerful, powerful afternoon that was, hearing Judge Penny, the melodic voices of all the choirs, sing the diversity of the clergy. and hearing the powerful voice of Pastor Shirley Caesar. Now, I have to tell you, I feel like I'm all prayed up for a year. But let me just thank Professor Rogers, the Installation Committee, Michael, Nancy, Martina, Queen, Betty, and Anita, just to name a few, and all of you who devoted so many hours and days of the last several months to make today and this week's activities special for our institution. I will always remember. I would like to begin my remarks by recognizing several individuals who are with us this morning. And you know, many of you may say, well, we've already recognized them, when we must all realize, when you're servant leaders, our accolades are when people stop to say thank you. And so to the members of the UNC Board of Governors, on behalf of North Carolina Central University, please know how much we value your service to our citizens and your unwavering commitment to ensuring that education remains an important asset for North Carolina. President Ross, thank you, sir. Thank you so very much for the ongoing support and dedication you have shown to me and to North Carolina Central University. You are our chief advocate for higher education in North Carolina. You are an extraordinary public servant, and I am honored, sir, to be in your leadership team. Judge Bush Fan, I met you several months ago, my sister, and I want to tell you, this lady is dedicated to serving young people and uplifting our nation, and she loves North Carolina Central University. Thank you for being here, Judge. To all the elected officials, many of you have been with us all week. I thank you for what you do for this town of Durham, for this county of Durham, for the state of North Carolina, and for our United States. Now, Dr. Harvey had to leave, but I would be remiss, because you know my mother's sitting behind me, and she tells me that I have to thank people who've been good to me. And so, in his absence, please allow me to thank him for giving me a chance. I came to him one day and said, I think I'm going to leave IBM, and I think I'm going to go into higher education. And he said to me, are you crazy? Go home and think about that. And when I came back, he said, here's a job and here's an opportunity. And for that, I am most appreciative. Chairman Dwight Perry and members of the North Carolina Central University Board of Trustees, I am most appreciative of our partnership with this university. Your commitment to student success and your support for Eagle Excellence, this administration, is extraordinary. Chairman Perry, on behalf of this board, I am your servant leader. To the Shepherd family, they're sitting right over here. It is your grandfather and your great-grandfather's vision that has allowed us to be in this place today. I thank you so very much for what you do to uplift North Carolina Central University. Thank you so very much for your support. Fellow chancellors, presidents, and university delegates, we share a collective commitment to education and service. We have the awesome responsibility of leading our institutions and strategically positioning them and our graduates for future success. Thank you for traveling from both far and near to be with me today. My friends from St. George's School, Hampton University, University of North Carolina, Wilmington, the U.S. Department of Education, my sorors of Alpha Kappa Alpha sorority, my sisters from the Links Incorporated, and yes, I have former students here, and my dearest friends. You are all here, and you have always been with me. You inspire me with your dedication to excellence, your spirit of giving, and your deep love for humanity. I need to thank you for allowing me to be your student, for you have showed me with compassion and service anything is possible. Thank you. I am thankful for and would like to recognize former leaders of this institution, for these are the shoulders on which I stand. Leaders like Dr. Albert Whiting. Dr. Albert Whiting is here. He's 97 years young, and he served North Carolina Central University bravely and boldly. I would also like to recognize Dr. Donna Benson. You've heard them say permanent female. Well, we had several interim females, and Dr. Benson is here. Thank you for your service. And finally, to Judge Charles Beckton. When I arrived, they told me you had big shoes to fill, Deb, and I didn't realize they were size 13s. But Charles, I applaud you. You've done a phenomenal job for our institution, and I know you're doing a super job as the Chancellor for Elizabeth City State University. My Eagle community, since I have arrived, you have embraced me and my family. Each day I am fortunate to serve with all of you. You know, somebody told me one time, they said, Deb, this is a job. I said, you can't do it then. Because if you come to these jobs thinking it's a job, I don't think you can be successful. You have to come because you were called, and you have to come because you are on a mission. And my administrators, staff, faculty, and students here, you are extraordinary, and I can't wait to get here every morning. Now to my wonderful family. I'm awfully touched that God saw fit to allow my mother to be here today. My two children, Elizabeth Page and Cecil, I tell you, we began this journey. I didn't know where you were today, Cecil, but I'm glad you're here, sitting in front of me. My brothers, and yes, you know, Ralph, you told that story about Jelly Bean. I don't know how I'm gonna make it through, but my family is very dear. And my uncles Ralph and Meredith are here. My uncle Meredith, having traveled from Des Moines, Iowa, and my Uncle Ralph from Jackson, North Carolina. Thank you so very much for your love and your support. You know, family is not something you get to select, but I am awfully fortunate. I love all of you. The young will see visions, and the old will dream dreams. This is my vision for North Carolina Central University. We will provide the gateway to opportunity, which will allow all students the ability to hold a vision in their hands, to work with our faculty and our staff to develop that vision into a dream, and to have the skills necessary to follow through. Yes, I know, people have told me time and time again, it's going to be difficult. But what is worth having if it was given to us? It is hard to believe that some 103 years ago, a minister, a pharmacist, and a scholar planted seeds of hope on this fertile ground and blossomed into what we see today. Each day I walk the sloping hills and verdant greens of this campus, I'm reminded of just how much care and nurturing has gone into this institution under the watchful eyes of our leaders, students, faculty, staff, alumni, and community members. As the gateway to opportunity, a place, again, where the young will see visions and the old will dream dreams, let me just highlight a few things that we are inspired to do here by our mission. We cultivate scholars, many of whom are the first in their families to realize the dream and the promise of higher education. We create leaders, captains in industry. Also, we create leaders in the arts, social sciences, business, nursing, education, and law. We ask our students to be fearless. We ask our students to allow their intellectual curiosity to create new thought. We teach our eagles the rewards of selflessness and carrying out the values of truth and service throughout their lives. Today marks the 46th year to the date that Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. was assassinated. It is only fitting that I borrow now from his words. We are now faced with the fact that tomorrow is today. We are confronted with the fierce sense of urgency now in this unfolding conundrum of life and history. There is such a thing as being too late. Procrastination is still the thief of time. Let me share. Dr. Harvey asked and spoke about HBCUs. This fierce sense of urgency is ever present because there are some who are asking the question in the 21st century, are HBCUs still relevant? Can and should they survive? My response to you, Eagles, is absolutely. They must survive. North Carolina Central University must lead the way. Let me share with you that 76% of North Carolina Central University students are first generation and Pell Grant eligible. However, let me assure you that our students are not just waiting for their financial aid checks to come in. Let me share with you that our students carry a lower loan indebtedness than their middle-class peers. Let me share with you that our students are a part of the economic fabric of this Durham community. Let me share with you, North Carolina Central University students are taxpayers. As chancellor of this great institution, let me share also I'm starting from a position of strength. Our faculty has positioned NCCU as the 4th among UNC system schools in sponsored research, with 2 biotechnological research institutions on campus. NCCU is emerging as a leader in the study of health disparities. A community of academicians dedicated to teaching and our engaged staff are essential partners in student success. Because of the support of the state, our alumni and friends, NCCU is one of the most affordable and accessible institutions for low-income families in the University of North Carolina system, and it is one of the most affordable institutions in its peer group in the United States. Our students have a long tradition of dedicated public service, as our institution was the first of North Carolina's state-supported institutions to require community service for graduation. And Mr. Mayor, I'm here to report to you that last year, North Carolina Central University students performed nearly 200,000 hours of service, valued at more than $3 million to Durham. And yes, just 3 weeks ago, for the first time in our institution's history, we won the MEAC, or the Mid-Atlantic Eastern Athletic Conference regular season and tournament titles. And we went to the big dance. And let me tell you, as a girl that's from Iowa, many of you may not know that, I was born in Iowa, I was not conflicted that night. As we embrace a year of Eagle excellence, we are doing so with the highest level of integrity, transparency, and accountability. It is with our grit, our hard work, that we will forge a new era at NCCU. As the gateway to opportunity, today I'm excited to announce 3 new partnerships that will enable North Carolina Central University to remain an institution focused on being first choice, premier, and global. Working together with the faculties, with our staff, and our students, I am pleased to announce that we will be bringing on a new institute, a new study program. It's called the Hip Hop Institute. And I'm delighted to share with you one of our own, Patrick Duthit. Now that doesn't sound like a name that we all know, right? But if I told the students that Ninth Wonder was coming, they would know who he is, Because you see, Ninth is the quintessential hip-hop scholar, currently working at Harvard and Duke. He will be joining as a visiting artist in residence. And for people who had to become more aware, people like me, of Ninth's contributions, you may have heard the names Jay-Z, Erykah Badu, and Drake. These are all people that Ninth had produced. I am delighted that he is coming and will be working in the College of Arts and Sciences Department of Music. And President Ross, President Ross, we are already talking about what MOOCs we can create in the Department of Music. In addition to that, our discovery is not just limited to our humanities. You know that I have a rich background in technology, and we have been so fortunate to forge a partnership with the Massachusetts Institute of Technology, MIT. MIT has this creative hub called the Media Lab. And maybe some of you have heard about some of the world-class research occurring in the Media Lab, such as HDTV, the stackable electric car, Guitar Hero, to just name a few. We are bringing that technology from that lab to our campus and to the citizens of Durham, because, Mayor, you talk about the poverty and our need to have a war on poverty. Let me assure you that the students here at North Carolina Central University will be techno scholars that can uplift the K-12 environment so that we can have a pipeline to ensure that every brown and black kid in this city will be able to say the words science, technology, engineering, and mathematics and know what it means. North Carolina Central University will be the first and only institution in North Carolina to have that Cambridge lab. And so I'm very delighted to thank Dr. Clarence Williams. He's an NCCU alumnus and an MIT administrator for over 30 years for making me aware of this opportunity. And finally, I talked about being more global. And let me share with you that Dr. Akinlehi and I will be traveling to Beijing on April 27th. Our trip is historic in that we will be signing our first memoranda of understanding with the Beijing Cultural and Language University. Now you may say, well, what are you going to be doing in China? Surely it must be some STEM initiative. But let me share with you, it is through our School of Education. Our School of Education is world-renowned for its communications disorders program. So we are going to Beijing to share with them how to treat children with autism. So you see, at North Carolina Central University, we can't wait. We do have this fierce sense of urgency. And so while these are just snippets of what's been going on for the last 9 months on our campus, I assure you that when Dr. Akinlehi talks about me moving across campus, I do that in high heels, and it is with great joy. Dr. Shepard's dream of building an institution that would provide a first-class education for North Carolina citizens is realized. Our proud tradition of producing pioneers for North Carolina who embrace this fierce urgency of now includes people like Julius Chambers, a champion for civil rights, and Rose Butler Brown, an educator who fought for a better system of education. We are alive now more than ever. As we continue to deliver on our promise of developing leaders who can transform our global society, we must collectively raise our voices so NCCU students can continue to embrace a quality public education in North Carolina. I commit to you today that I will serve as your strong advocate to industry, to the community, and to our elected officials. I will be courageous enough to say unequivocally that quality costs and talents need to be nurtured. All will hear the message that North Carolina Central University is a great return on investment. It is indeed my privilege to be the servant leader for North Carolina Central University as its 11th Chief Executive Officer. There is much work to be done and even more to be accomplished. So my Eagles, I leave you with this sign to say, we will soar.
Chancellor, thank you. Thank you for your inspiring words, and thank you for acceptance of the opportunity to lead this wonderful university. I would now like to introduce NCCU students Autumn Rainey and Drew McFadder, who will perform Wind Beneath My Wings.
Must have been cold there in my shadow to never have sunlight on your face. You were content to let me shine. That's your way. You were always a step behind. So I was the one with all the glory, while you were the one with all the strength. A beautiful face without a name for so long. A beautiful smile to hide the pain. Did you ever know that you're my hero? You're everything I would like to be. I can fly higher than an eagle, 'cause you are the wind beneath my wings. might have appeared to go unnoticed, but I have it all here in my heart. I want you to know I know the truth. Of course I know it. I would be nothing without you. Oh, did you ever know that you're my hero? You're everything I would like to be. I can fly higher than an eagle, 'cause you are the wind beneath my wings. So high against the sky, so high I almost touch the sky. Thank you, thank you, thank God for you, the wind beneath my
Wow. Thank you, Autumn. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for your presence here today and for your ongoing support of North Carolina Central University. To conclude today's ceremony, please stand and join in singing the NCCU Albumata, Dear Old NCC. The lyrics can be found in your program. At the conclusion of the Albumata, Reverend Donaldson will deliver the benediction. Please remain seated after the benediction for the retiring of the colors and the recessional. You are then cordially invited to join Chancellor Saunders-White and the rest of the NCCU community for a reception on Brant Street Plaza, across Fayetteville Street and between the Eagle Landing and Benjamin S. Ruffin Residence Halls.
Surround
Today reminds us of the words of the 16th century Jesuit Edmund Campion, who as part of the announcement of his own mission wrote, "The expense is reckoned, the enterprise is begun. It is of God, it cannot be withstood." So, Dr. Saunders-White, you are all prayed up. Excellent. Thanks be to God. And we will keep praying. Let us pray. Compassionate God, bless every person we have met, every face we have seen, every voice we have heard, especially those most dear. Bless every city, town, and street that we have known, every sight we have seen, every sound we have heard, every object we have touched. In some mysterious way, these have all fashioned our lives. All that we are, we have received. Great God, bless the world. Amen.